I'm not crazy.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer to end credits scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
I don't even remember that line from this movie.
It's an Ashton Kutcher bit when he's pulling down the decorations.
Oh, right.
I think it's actually supposed to be I'm not being crazy, but the spirit took me over.
Yeah, sad Kutch. That's right. We have sad Kutch in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, like sad, obnoxious Kutch.
Yeah, he's just kind of bumming me out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we did the trailer trash. We're back here with our full breakdown for New Year's Eve, the 2011 rom-com.
Which part are you hesitant on? The com? I'm assuming that's the com.
I think
there's plenty of rom.
Yeah, I'm definitely hesitant on the com. The rom, there's plenty of that. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, it's a rom-com. So you should go listen to the trailer trash because that's a crazy mess, just like this movie. So
that's right. Chaos as expected. Love Actually on steroids.
Yes, the movie doesn't fall far from the trailer tree. Wow, that was a lot of alliteration I did right there.
Yeah, and mixed metaphors.
And I pulled it off. So Happy New Year.
Always do.
So we're full into the new year then, huh? Right now.
At this point, yeah, I'm riding high on 2023. Can't possibly be worse than last year. Right? Every year gets a little bit better, right? That's what they always say.
I think so.
I mean, last year was good for me. I got married. Got a new car.
Yes, that's right. That was fun. I was there for one of those events.
Yeah, experienced much success with the podcast. You were there for that event.
Yep, most of it.
So yeah, I have a lot to be grateful for in 2022. But this year, I hope will be even better.
One can only hope. So
that's right. Should I tell people what the movie's about?
Yeah. Why don't we get back into what we're here for?
Did we even say it's New Year's Eve?
Yeah, I did. I already said that. Okay, I said the time. But you can say it all over again if you want. Because
I'll say it again.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really drill into the listeners.
Yes.
It's not Old Year's Eve. We're talking about New Year's Eve.
Yes, that's right. Very timely of us. Very timely of us.
Some would say. So
only 2 weeks late.
Yep. Yeah. Well, week and a half. Who's splitting hairs?
Yeah, come on. It's close enough.
So the premise here are the lives of several couples and singles in New York City intertwine over the course of New Year's Eve. Like we said in the trailer trash, about as generic as it gets.
Yes.
Oh yes, couples and singles both.
It's just movie.
New York, you say? There can't be that many people in New York.
So sad to say we weren't even close with our prognostications.
Couldn't agree more. About our sadness.
Yes, our sadness over missing our mark. But
yeah, I don't remember what we said at all. So
most of it was, I think, we boiled down to like total chaos was going to reign. Like I think I was going along.
That's right.
There's going to be like Macy's Day Parade floats that are going to release gas onto the crowd of people, and then they're all going to be. That's why they're at the hospital, and this is why. Yeah. So.
That's right. It was like a Batman meets. And I'm remembering.
Yeah, Batman 1989. Batman meets. Yeah. So
of course, right. But, meets whatever I said. Got it.
Yeah, whatever you said. I can't remember this thing.
Yeah, me neither. How can they expect us to remember things from a week ago?
Yeah, like come on, that's too much pressure.
Help us out.
Too much pressure.
Yeah.
So, but I think all over our overall expectations from the trailer, I think were met and or exceeded. I think we're like, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I feel exceeded.
Seated, and how bad it was, but
yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we just get through all the quick info stuff, right? And then we'll do
pipe
this.
it up.
Okay. So quick info. So this is directed by Gary Marshall, who we all know and love.
Yep.
He's no longer with us. Or R.I.P. Marsh.
Oh, he's dead?
Pretty sure he is.
Okay. Do we really care? Like, what did Gary Marshall do?
He brought you such hits as 2016 he passed away. So
well,
yeah.
Not the worst thing that happened that year.
Nope. Nope. Nope, not the worst thing that happened. No offense, but not the worst thing that happened.
Yeah, sorry, Gary Marshall's family. I know you're avid listeners of the pod, but
yeah.
The Other Sister. Okay, he wrote the screenplay for that.
Yeah,
I hate that movie.
Yeah, he directed the Princess Diaries too. A lot of connections here. New Year's Eve, Valentine's Day, which I'm sure we'll be doing this Valentine's Day. Princess Diaries, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Runaway Bride. Frankie Johnny, Pretty Woman. Remember, because he's the director from Pretty Woman. That's what they called out in the trailer. Remember that?
He was billed as that. That's right.
Yep. Overboard. Yep. So
some episodes of Happy Days.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, man.
Well, but Happy Days in the 70s?
Yeah.
Is that like was there a Happy Days reboot in the 70s? What are we looking at here? Or did it just run? Through the 70s?
It ran 74 through 84.
For some reason, I thought it was a 60s show.
Well, I think the time of the show itself is
set in the 50s, right?
Yeah, set in the 50s, but it was actually in the 70s. So,
that makes more sense then.
So there you go.
I love Happy Days.
There you go.
And I love Gary Marshall.
So there you go. What I do not love is this movie. Yeah. All right. So the screenwriter was Catherine Fugate.
Fugate.
Catherine Fugate.
Catherine Fugate.
Catherine Fugate. Yeah, she's done a few things, Valentine's Day, Room in Rome, Prince and Me, Prince and Me 2. Yeah.
I'm going Fugate for sure. And Xena.
Yeah.
Wait, one episode.
One episode. Let's go easy. One episode. So
Lamb.
Yeah. work more, why don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Not a lot.
Good to know. 117 episodes of Army Wives, though. That's been on the air for a bit. That's an accomplishment.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's crushing it. Never seen it, don't know what it is, but we're not gonna figure it
Same.
out. We're not gonna be around long enough. Yeah, we're not gonna be around long enough to figure that out. So
that's right. Wait, what?
What?
Huh? Right, so we've already had 117 episodes of this.
I meant in the short moments right now.
We've outlasted Catherine Fugate.
Take that, Catherine Fugate, if that's your real name.
Yeah, Fugate probably, or something lame.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, go on.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm trying to.
I'm trying to slow down your quick info, as always.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you are succeeding, and I'm failing at keeping moving. Right, so who's in this movie? There's so many, but I mean, I'll go through all the big people that are in this, and we'll call out the smaller. We'll call it the smaller cameos, right? So these are all the characters that are in like the different story threads, right? So there's Michelle Pfeiffer and Zac Efron, right?
Yep, that's right. Friend of the pod.
Yep, Robert De Niro, Halle Berry. They're in they're their own thing there.
Yep.
Carrie Ewells, he's a cameo. We'll work on him later. Jessica Biel.
I always thought his name was pronounced Elwes.
Carrie Elwes.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, that's pronunciation 101.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I love that guy, whoever he is.
Yeah, Carrie Ewells.
Yeah.
Wesley from Princess Bride.
And Despero from Psych, which is what I love him from.
And guy who sawed off his leg in Saw, or was it his arm?
Oh, yeah. No, arm? Foot.
Foot. It was foot, yeah.
That's right.
He seemed to be walking fine in this movie, though, so he must have got a good doctor. Jessica
Grows
Biel.
right back.
Yep, goes right back.
Wait, did you already do Alyssa Milano Common?
Nope, I'm getting there. Nope, those are all. I think those are all just going to be.
Why would you go to Jessica Biel then?
I'm getting there. You're God damn it. God. I'm trying. I'm trying to do things here, and you're just talking about Carrie Elwes, who.
Carrie Elwes. Wesley Crusher.
Oh my God, this is going to be. We're trying to timeline this here, and you're already.
Sorry, go ahead. I won't interrupt.
So we got Jessica Biel and Seth Meyers. So I think in this movie we're not going to go by character names. We're just going to go by the actors' names because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
So we got Jessica Biel and Seth Meyers. I guess Sarah Paulson and Till Schweiger. They're enough. They're not just cameos. I don't think so.
Sure.
So we got Katherine Heigl and John Bon Jovi, right?
Katherine Heigl.
Yeah, Heigl.
I think I called her what's her face my whole notes. I'm sorry, Katherine Heigl.
And then Sofia Vergara and Russell Peters. I think were around enough to call them out.
Totally, yeah.
They're Katherine Heigl's like sous chef and other person that's just around.
other sous chef,
I don't know.
especially
I don't know
Sofia
Russell.
Vergara.
Oh yeah, they're both chefs. Yeah.
They both had big. Well, Sofia Vergara had a lot of lines,
Mm-hmm.
a surprising amount of lines.
Yeah, considering
in a good way. I'm glad.
Ashton Kutcher and Lea Michele were the elevator couple.
Yep.
And then Sarah Jessica Parker and Abigail Breslin. Was that where
Breslin? Yeah.
Breslin.
Yep.
Okay. I kept saying Breslin. I wanted to go with Breezy, but
Mm-hmm.
that's been shot down. They're mom and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, who else we got? What other storyline is there? Josh Duhamel. That's it. Duhamel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Duhamel. Josh Duhamel. There's some other really good ones in here, and I think that's it for like the major characters, right? Oh, Hillary, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. There's Hillary Swank and Chris Ludacris Bridges. They're their own segment, right?
Did you? And you also said Sarah Jessica Parker, because I figured you'd say her at the same time as you said
Abigail.
What's his face?
Breslin.
No, Duhamel. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. Right. I forgot. I was thinking you were going by romantic pair and not by.
I'm going by storyline.
Spoilies. Big spoilies.
Big spoilers. Hector Elizondo. I'm going to call him out because he's pretty big role spot, and I like him. So
huge role. Yeah.
And Ryan Seacrest.
Don't call Ryan Seacrest out. Enemy of the pod, Ryan Seacrest.
Oh yeah, we don't like him.
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like Ryan Seacrest.
I mean, I'm on board with you. So I'm
put me on record here.
And then we'll call out the other cameos as they come up. So
okay.
And then Benny Reed was a saxophone player.
Tight. Yeah. I like Benny Reed. He was good.
Yeah. All right. So that's everyone that's in it. So production, box office numbers. This movie. You ready? Sit down. You sitting down?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
I need it better for my blood to stand up, right?
This movie, total box office across the globe, the entire planet that we know and live on, right?
Tell me.
$146,850,273.
You know how many fanatics that is? 37,600 and change.
That's what they call a rhetorical question, right?
That's right. I was going to answer it. Yeah. Too many. Too many fanatics. Y'all are spending too much money out there on this movie.
Yes.
11 years ago, 12 years ago.
That's what it made. Are you ready for this? So then the home video, Blu-ray, DVD sales, all that, another 12 million, almost 13 million.
You hate to see it.
You ready for how much this movie cost?
Don't even tell me. I'm going to be disappointed.
I got to tell you, because it's part of what we do here. $26 million to make this movie.
Oh my God. That's probably actually in the bottom half of like ITMT movie budgets that we've covered.
Yeah.
Like that's not that much money.
No,
it was just work for free. Like,
it was literally they just paid the stars and that was it. And
did the stars all work for free? Those are big names, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, think about how long they worked for it. It wasn't like they did a full movie. They were just doing like each one of their segments was probably only 20 minutes, maybe each.
I was gonna say, probably an afternoon of takes for each of them. Yeah, I guess you're right. Still though,
right? That's a cool $1 million, $2 million, $3 million probably, or $2 million each. No, that can't be right because there's like 9-10 people there. They're all.
Yeah. I wonder what the tax offsets in New York are like. They had good film credits back then.
Yeah. So
like filming in New York sounds expensive, but
it does. But I think they probably also just used. I mean, the Times Square stuff, New Year's Eve stuff. They just set up cameras while the thing was happening, so it's like nothing. You know what I mean? Like they just filmed that, and that was like a huge part of the movie, right?
Yeah. Fair enough.
So,
but I feel like that seems expensive to get the rights for. Like you probably can't just film New Year's Eve, like Times Square.
It's Hollywood, man. You can do whatever you want, right?
I guess you're right. All dudes, no rules.
That's right. So there you go. There's box office numbers. Rotten Tomatoes right now. This sits at 7%.
That's too many percents. You fucked up. Yep. Critics, whichever among you gave it a good rating,
and 45% audience score. What?
Unbelievable! I saw a lot of reviews in various places that were like, I don't know what the critics are talking about. This movie was fun, and I'm like, what?
What do you do? You like? Do you consider staring at a wall fun? Like watching paint dry, watching grass grow? Is that fun?
like putting your hand in a wood chipper fun, then yeah.
Okay, sure. Give us 5 stars.
Yeah. Great times were had by all.
Yes.
Chipped my hand into nothing.
And here you go, 45% of this movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay. Yeah.
Why don't you Hollywood pitch me?
Yeah. I'm not. Nice. I'm like a medium on my pitch today. I went to very off the rails and wishful thinking.
I'm excited to see what you do here. This is going to be
sure. So it's obviously
good luck.
Pay It Forward meets The Tall Man. ITMT favorite, The Tall Man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how. Familiar with Pay It Forward 2000?
Yeah, enemy of the pod, Kevin Spacey.
That's right.
Helen Hunt, and the kid that sees dead people, who's now an adult.
Friend of the pod, Haley Joel Osment. We've definitely talked about him.
Yeah, we definitely have. Yes.
Yeah, I love Haley Joel Osment.
We're good with him.
Yeah, right. So, and forgotten star John Bon Jovi as Haley Joel Osment's abusive father.
Oh wow! I wasn't sure where you were going with this one. That's okay. Okay.
I'm going the John Bon Jovi connection. A couple.
It's still hold on. A side note here. For some reason, the other day, I don't know why Bon Jovi was on my mind the other day, and it wasn't because I watched this movie, but I was just like, in my head, I had it stuck that he was from Canada. He's not. He's from like New Jersey or something, isn't he?
Yeah, he's regular. I think
he's regular unleaded.
Yeah. United States American guitarist and singer songwriter.
But for some reason, I had it stuck in my head he was from Canada. It's not that he's from Canada. He owns a CFL Canadian football team. That's what
he owns. Canada.
Yes, he owns Canada. I mean, it's
God.
Yeah, it only costs him like a couple hockey players and a duck or something. I don't know, whatever the couple squid or quid.
Yeah, couple toonies,
and loonies.
Yeah, okay.
It said he owns a Canadian football team. That's what it is. So,
that's wild.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there.
No, that's a fun Bon Jovi tip, and bought me a few extra minutes to think about.
I got you. A few extra
seconds at least to think about my pitch.
I could see you sweating on this one. You're getting to the second one. I was like, he's not. How is he going to do this?
No. Well, wait, I didn't even get to the first one.
Oh shit! I thought that was it. I thought it was just a Bon Jovi. Okay.
Oh my god, Bon Jovi's in it. That's the connection.
We've done less.
Fair enough. We have done less.
It has the same letters A and the.
However, the listeners, I think, have come to expect a certain degree of quality from me over the last few years, right? And I can't leave you with Bon Jovi's in both movies.
Yeah, no, that's too much. That's too little. No.
Yeah. So he also is a shitty person in a bad relationship. Just like this movie.
Yeah.
In both movies, he's seemingly abusive to his spouse. They split up at some point with his spouse, Haley Joel Osment's dad. Just like in this movie, they didn't have kids together, I guess, but they split up. Yep. They were supposed to be spouses, split up. She takes him back, which happens in both movies.
Dummy move. I'm sorry. Dummy move.
Yeah. And then it's a good segue into my second one, but segue into this one is that she learns that that's a dummy move mistake.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
In Pay It Forward.
Yeah.
Now meets The Tall Man is where I go totally wishful thinking and where I wanted this movie to go. In that one, again, Bon Jovi is a dirtbag, and I want his partner here to see the errors of his ways, not to get back together again.
Yeah.
That's the wishful thinking side of Pay It Forward. But in The Tall Man, as we all know, friend of the pod, Jessica Biel.
That's right.
She plays a character who.
I'm sorry, but I was like, The Tall Man. What movie is that?
Yep, and now you remember. Now you remember Jessica Biel, who?
Oh, that's right. She's stealing babies, right?
That's right. That's right. Stealing babies, including her own baby and giving it up to a wealthy person to raise to be better off.
That's right. She was the Robin Hood of children, right?
Just like
Except she
I imagine Jessica Biel in this movie. And this is the wishful thinking part where I was hoping they would go the way of her giving up her and Seth Meyers. Clearly, like we sowed the seeds already of her being like oh, I want that 25 grand money grubbing mom here, selling kids into better homes, just like
she was
the Tall Man.
Yeah, the Tall Man. That's right.
Right. Wow, so I think this is the prequel to the Tall Man, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I like that.
Right. That's when this is how she gets in the baby game in the first place. She loses out on that 25 grand. She gets a thirst for baby money.
Okay. I mean, you're kind of going from pitch to prognostication right now, again, in a way.
That's right. That's right.
We'll let it slide here. There's no
I've done wishful thinking pitches before.
It's true. So yes, okay, I'm buying that. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's it.
You didn't need my help at all on those. You did fine.
I did all right, I guess.
Yeah, you did good. That's good.
I'm just used to having more connections between my movies. This time I was like, I'm going to go base. John Bon Jovi, Jessica Biel, mash up. Stealing babies.
If it makes you feel better, I have my connections are very limited. I'm just kind of
that does make me feel better. Great, then you fuck it up. What's yours?
All right, I'm going with The Poseidon Adventure, 1972. The Poseidon Adventure meets Serendipity, the 2001 John Cusack, Kate Beckinsale movie.
Of course, sure.
So now I'm going with So The Poseidon Adventure takes place on New Year's Eve.
That's right.
So we get that connection, right? So Poseidon Adventure, you've got multiple characters with different storylines and backgrounds while they're on the boat, right? All together. I think there's like 9 or 10 different kind of storylines going on, just like this movie, right?
It's, the original Love Actually, the Poseidon Adventure, as everyone said.
Everyone knows that. Chaos ensues as soon as the ball drops.
Yep.
Which
just like this movie.
Just like this movie and becomes a total mess, right? And if you want to get like a little, I don't know what the word is, but it's like they're on the boat, right? And like the water is time and they can't stop time and and it just washes over the boat and flips it over, right? Kind of like this movie, right?
Just like this movie. That's right.
Right. Just like this movie. And then, they spend time just trying to get out of their situation they're in, looking for hope, in
all the wrong places.
It's just like this movie. They keep talking about hope. Next year is going to be hope getting off this boat. So
second chances. I don't think so.
Right. Not happening. So that's that. And then meet Serendipity, which is the rom-com side of things. Right. And that one is all about fate and meeting someone. Right. Because Kate Beckinsale, I have a long time ago though, but it's John Cusack's character and Kate Beckinsale. They meet like in random, like these, it's very serendipity, right? They have these, kind of random encounters over time, and then finally they get together at the end. Spoilers, but
that's right.
Kind of like this movie, there's a lot of kind of fate things, getting stuck in the elevator, the Kutch and the singer there, right? People meeting each other at the right moment and then deciding to, this is it.
That's right.
Josh Duhamel.
Duhamel.
His whole thing. We get the serendipity speech from not his father, but the grandfather or the father of the pastor on the RV, right?
Horny grandpa.
Horny grandpa.
I believe he's billed as
yes
in the credits. Horny grandpa.
Was that the name of a De Niro movie? Horny grandpa? No, Dirty Grandpa. Yes. Dirty Grandpa.
Yes, and
and I think that's it. I have no actor connections, but I'm going with that. So yeah.
Well, I doubled down on actor connections, so we're good.
It balances out. So
that's right. As all things should be.
Yeah.
Great work, Gus.
Yeah, great pitches. I would buy both those movies immediately.
Yeah. Listeners, do you like it when we compliment ourselves? Let us know. I like to do it. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, we do. Let's compliment, 2023.
Positive self-talk.
Year of the compliment.
Yeah, it's good for your brain.
Yeah.
Be nice to yourselves, listener.
And to others.
ITMT safety tip number 64.
Yeah.
Be kind to yourself.
Okay.
We have too many other or else's already. Otherwise, I would have thrown an or else on there.
Be kind to yourself or else.
Yeah. Well, or else is implied.
Right. Yeah. So that's it. Nice job. Nice job. Are we fast facting right now?
Back me, daddy.
All right.
I like how pitch me, motherfucker has turned into a thing, as well as I have made fact me, daddy a thing.
I don't know if you. I mean, just because you do it, I don't know if it's become a thing. Is that how things work? Maybe.
Listeners, tell us. Fact me, daddy. Do you like it? Does it make you feel uncomfortable?
Does it make you, like Russ, feel uncomfortable? And
does it turn you into a horny grandpa?
And is it a thing just because you keep saying it? That's another question I have for the audience.
Another good question. Does that in fact make it a thing? Like,
if only you, the one person, keeps saying it, does that actually make it a thing?
I propose it's a thing. I declare it's a thing. I declare bankruptcy.
Oh, man, listeners, you see what I have to go through. You have to see what I put up with.
Yeah, fix that in post.
I don't know what there is to fix.
Nothing.
I can't fix this.
Yeah. Thanks. Shout out to Carol, who gave us the best feedback we ever got as podcasters. Well, at least they make each other laugh.
It comes down to it. That's all we're here for, right?
That's right. The love of the game, the podcast game.
All right. Fast facts.
Right. Sorry. Fact me, daddy.
Okay. Here we go. So I got quite a few here. Halle Berry. Halle Berry was cast but dropped out. Originally, she was cast in Katherine Heigl's role as the chef.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. And so she dropped out and was replaced by Katherine Heigl. And Halle Berry dropped out. This feels like a little TMI, but whatever. Berry dropped out due to a custody battle with her ex-partner. After the custody battle was resolved, she was recast in the movie, but in another role. Her role is in the nurse in the hospital. Yeah.
Huh. Probably made the same amount of money.
Yeah. I mean, it's Halle Berry. Come on.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And also, I don't I'm glad Halle Berry wasn't with Bon Jovi. That seems like poor Halle Berry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Bon Jovi. Am I the only one who doesn't like Bon Jovi?
No, I'm with you. I mean, I don't really have a strong thing for him other than
I think I'm anti Bon Jovi.
You hear him at every karaoke ever. It's just kind of like, come on.
Yeah, not interested.
I don't need it anymore. I'm good.
No, every sports game, I don't want it.
Although the song he did for Young Guns was pretty good. Wanted, dead or alive, right?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. So, well, fuck Bon Jovi. If you want to be on the podcast, call our people.
You got our info.
That's right.
When Kominsky, it's a character played by Hector Elizondo, arrives, the message over the radio when he shows up announces that the eagle has landed. This is the same code phrase Elizondo uses in The Princess Diaries 2001 in reference to Queen Clarice Julie Andrews. Princess Diaries, which we learned was also directed by Gary Marshall.
I hate this.
Yeah, I just so you know, I cut out a lot of fast facts that you would hate. There was so many more. I was like, you know what, this is too many, and I can't. I'm not going to be like, hey, did you know Robert De Niro and so were in the same movie together?
Yeah. You know, this actor who has a bit part in several movies, he said the same common phrase in both movies.
Is that a thing? That was his thing. Is that a thing?
The eagle has landed? Yeah, it's definitely a thing.
That's definitely a thing. But
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
Gary Marshall's regular cameos. Yep. He has regular cameos in his movies. Include his daughter Kathleen Marshall, his sister Penny Marshall, who we all know, and she was in it. Caught that one. Hector Elizondo. I wouldn't really call it. I guess that's a cameo, but it seems a little bit more than that. Larry Miller and Joel McCrary.
What kind of fast fact is this?
just telling you.
Were any of those people in this movie other than Hector Elizondo?
Yeah, they all were. Yeah.
Were they all? They all were? Every single one?
Yeah. Larry Miller was the tow truck driver. Hector Elizondo was Kominsky. Penny Marshall was just playing herself at the party. She was just there for like a quick bit second. When the woman that asked the waitress or asked the person if they were an actor.
Yeah, that's an actor. That's her?
That's
nice. Yeah. Good move.
Kathleen Marshall, I think she might have been at the nurses station there. I think she was in there. So
I thought that this fast fact is more like here's like Gary Marshall's stable of regular cameos, and you're like, what the fuck? I don't care.
No, they're all in the movie. It would be
okay.
Yeah, that'd be equivalent to being like, here's all of Adam Sandler's friends who are in all his movies together.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I know it's Rob Schneider and David Spade and Kevin James and I can run through the cast of Grown Ups too. Yeah. Not to be confused with Grown Ups.
Jake T. Austin, who plays Seth, the boy / love interest of Abigail Breslin's character.
Oh, that kid seemed like a dirtbag.
Yeah, right. They had to kiss each other more than 15 times to get that scene right where they kiss in the restaurant.
Had to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gotta kiss that guy a little more.
I didn't get this one right, Gary.
Abigail Breslin, I'm on to you.
Mr. Marshall, I didn't get this one right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on here. So the film,
Mr. Marshall, call me Gary,
please. Kids, call me Gary.
2 hours.
Gary. All right, this film was announced as some kind of continuation for Gary Marshall's holiday-themed Valentine's Day 2010, coming to an ITMT podcast to you soon. Mm-hmm. The project evolved into a different entity, recasting some of the protagonists in different roles. So he was trying to build the holiday universe.
Was he trying to build the holiday universe, or was Warner Brothers trying to build the holiday universe?
Or was the universe trying to build these movies?
Oh my God.
Mind blown.
There's a fast fact. Put that on IMDb.
So the groom at the beginning of the film, which I hope you recognize who that was, played by ex-New Kid on the Block and KOTB, Joey McIntyre.
I did not.
Now, do you watch the gag reel at the end? And
unfortunately,
was there more at the very, very end that I missed? Because I don't remember seeing this in the gag reel. Because it went credits and and then there was opening credits and the gag reel kind of interspliced, and then it went to regular credits. And I think maybe there must have been more gag reels because
this was not in the gag reel that made it to HBO Max, so it must have got cut.
Maybe,
I did not see this line either.
Neither. So in the gag reel, Sam, played by Josh Duhamel, jokes that now that you guys are married, I expect to see some new kids on the block.
Listeners, you can't see it, but
yeah, Jared's having a aneurysm. Maybe, I don't know what's going on over
That's
there.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Is anyone burning toast?
Is your left arm numb, buddy?
Both arms are numb. That's as is tradition. No, this was not in the movie that we watched.
Then to end that out, Joey McIntyre then turns to look into the camera and asks if they're allowed to say that,
and that makes your joke even worse.
Yes. Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Yeah. Joshy, don't. Maybe comedy isn't your strong thing here, you know?
That's right. Don't quit your day job acting in shitty movies.
Hey, did you know this was the 8th film where Carrie Elwes played a doctor?
I didn't know it, but I felt it. He seemed very comfortable with the doctor role.
Now, did you recognize Matthew Broderick in this movie, his cameo?
If there's 2 people I can recognize in this world, it's Alyssa Milano, Matthew Broderick.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Just want to see where our benchmark is, where we're at.
Yeah, give me Ferris Bueller and what's her face from Seventh Heaven all day.
Did you now speaking of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, did you catch what his name was in the movie?
No.
His name was Mr. Buellerton.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Great writing.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, sorry. I read ahead to the next fast fact. I'm about to have it. I'm smelling toast again.
Hey, you right over there?
Nope.
Now, did you know this? Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick are real life husband and wife.
What?
I
had no idea. Although,
I mean,
they both are funny looking in very specific ways that I appreciate. Wow. Incredible.
Yeah. I think I'm wondering, like, I mean, are they? Yeah, they're still married. Yeah. Since
show me a picture of them together, please.
I can do that.
Show me. This is the part of the podcast where I say, Russ, show me and treat him like the holodeck. and it works. It works almost every time.
Almost every time. There you go.
Oh, they don't look happy.
No, they don't actually.
Wow. They look really uncomfortable together.
That's an old photo. He looks actually like He looks like Ferris Bueller in that one. He's
good sign for that headline also, by the way, where it's like Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick's unusual relationship story.
Love story, yeah.
What?
Yeah, they 1997, huh? I did not know that. So look at that.
Weird. I guess I'm happy for them. Like it's good. It's rare. It's rare to find love in this world, and
1997. So that's a strong 25 years they've been doing this.
Yeah.
So good for them.
mean, Sarah Jessica Parker denied that public screaming match, so I feel good about their future.
I don't know anything about it. Look at that. They're standing in front of a thing called divorce.
Do you think they sing songs about Nazis when they're at home?
Oh, wow. Do you think that they are Nazis?
No. I'm just doing a producer's bit.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Lea Michele, who plays the backup singer for John Bon Jovi's, John Bon Jovi's. He's now plural. He's now plural now. He's John Bon Jovi's. There's multiple.
John's. I think it's pronounced John's Bon Jovi.
John's Bon Jovi's.
That's right.
So Lea Michele, who is the elevator girl with Ashton Kutcher, she plays one of John Bon Jovi's backup singers because everything's got to be pulled together. 2010, a year before this, well, probably around the same time this movie was being made, maybe. She unintentionally. This is who writes these things? In 2010, she unintentionally almost hit him with a car once while she was reversing on Robertson. All right, who writes this? What's going on here?
Great fast fact.
Oh, man. Basically, Lea Michele almost hit John Bon Jovi with her car.
I wish she did. I don't know why. John Bon Jovi is John Bon Jovi.
John's Bon Jovi's
enemy of the pod. Can we declare an enemy of the pod?
I mean, you invited him on, but yeah, we can.
Oh, well, we'll have some enemies of the pod on.
Yeah, I mean, we want to hear both sides.
If Kevin Spacey wanted to be on the podcast, we wouldn't say no. We'd make it known that he's an enemy of the pod. However, he's still allowed to be on the podcast. We'll give him a platform.
Not wrong. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. In the end, it's about money, listeners. You know that. It's all about money.
That's all it ever is,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm done with that one. Halle Berry and Michelle Pfeiffer have both played Catwoman in unrelated films.
That's right.
That's also written stupid too. Now you ready for this one? Anne Hathaway also played Catwoman, appeared in Valentine's Day, the precursor to this, the prequel.
God fucking damn it.
I had to give you one.
Anne Hathaway, who's not in this movie.
I had to give you one.
Yeah.
This one I don't understand why they had to do this, but the movie was shipped to theaters under the code name Last Romance. It's not like
that's a new Star even related.
It's not like it's a new Star Wars movie. Like we have to keep it under wraps or something like that. It's a stupid fucking movie. Like get over it.
I hate this so much.
This is an actual fact here. So even though the film has a scene which takes place in the Brooklyn Museum, it's like a majority of the movie takes place in the Brooklyn Museum.
Like a third of the movie is in the Brooklyn Museum.
Yeah. The museum has no kitchen. So
no idea.
Just making up shit.
Sure. I appreciate that.
Joshie Duhamel and Ashton Kutcher were both models.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Great fast fact.
It's like Jared went to college before he got a job.
Jared and Russ both went to college.
Oh my God. All right. Seth Meyers, we're almost done here. And then Seth Meyers' character is concerned that his wife, played by baby stealing Jessica Biel, will give birth at their apartment complex instead of the hospital. Years later, Seth Meyers' wife in real life gave birth to their first child in the lobby of their apartment building.
I hate you so much.
I just work with, and you know what? I cut so many from this list too that were just like, I couldn't do it. It was too many.
So you're saying you intentionally made me angry?
Well, yes, but also less than angry that if I had taken all of.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm trying to save you a little bit. I'm trying to save us both here.
You're doing good.
All right, so this was I did some homework. I actually did homework. We usually don't do homework, but I did homework. So we said in Trailer Trash, we're like, So Jessica Biel, Seth Meyers characters, they're having a baby, right? And they're aiming to have the first baby of the year because there's a $25,000 prize for it. And they're going up against Sarah Paulson and Till Schweiger's character there. Right? Schweiger. And there's like a little battle between them who's going to pop out the baby first, you know?
Yeah.
And you and I were like, is that a thing? 25? Do you get 25,000?
It seems bizarre. Yeah.
It does. Guess what? It's a real fucking thing. So,
what?
Yes.
Honestly, I'm not surprised by that because that's like,
yeah,
it's like, oh, if you told someone in Europe, like, oh yeah, there's like some kind of contest in America where like somebody offers to pay off your student loans if you like do whatever. Like, of course it is. Like, of course, like it costs like the average cost of having a baby in the United States is like 20 grand or something like that. Like, I'm not surprised that like, oh, of course there's a contest to pay it off for one person because it's so horrible that the system. Anyway, go on.
Okay. Yep. That was heavy, but I see where you're going. That's good. No, it's good. It's a good point to make. Yep.
Unsurprisingly, we've capitalism's birth for the New Year's. Great job, us.
Like we said earlier, it's all about money. So yeah, I'm going to read through a couple here. So yeah, so with the birth, the first baby born in a new year, right? There's a lot of prizes on top of just like the recognition, right? A lot of news recognition. You can probably see why brands would get involved in this because people are like, the first baby born in 2023 gets diapers.com or, you know,
a sign meeting to meaningless events.
Yes.
That's right.
Box of oil or something. I don't know.
This is the first beer I drank today on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Boom.
Give me a fucking prize.
Fucking useless. So this is, I don't know how long it's dated back, but there's a couple examples here of stuff that's been given away. So 1960, January 1st, 1960, Bonnie Lee Little from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Right in our own hometown, right in our backyard.
Yeah, hometown hero.
Yeah, won a bunch of gifts for being born right after midnight on January 1st, 1960, along with gift certificates to local stores, a crib mattress, a comb, and a brush set. Again, this is 1960, so go easy.
Wow, all those things are good.
Bonnie's mom and dad also received 2 deluxe dinners at an Italian restaurant, 14 dozen donuts, and $10.
Oh my God, that was foreign cuisine at the time.
Yeah, and $10. I mean, that's filling up the gas tank like, what, 30 times?
Yeah, and 14 dozen donuts?
That's so many donuts, yeah.
That's outrageous. I can't do the math on 14 times 12.
No, but I can tell you that's diabetes immediately. So they were probably right back in the old medical system. So
that's right. Or is it a baker's dozen?
Which would be,
13 times
13.
14.
Yeah. 14 dozen donuts. Yep. Okay.
Wow.
Enough of the math.
Wow, Bob, that's magic.
2007, Toys R Us held a first baby of the year sweepstakes in the U.S. with a $25,000 savings bond.
Oh, this was 4 years before the movie. So that could be, maybe that's the precedent for this.
Yep. Diapers.com gave away a year's worth of free diapers, that's awesome, right? Free
diapers are expensive. Yeah.
Super expensive, right? So the first baby of 2015, born in New York City, along with a free cab ride home.
Really? Going all out, diapers.com.
Yeah,
great job.
Okay. Car seats, strollers, gift cards are also pretty common. Some regions' hospitals will release New Year babies with gift baskets or certificates for things they'll need during the 12-month reign as New Year's royalty.
That's sick. Why wouldn't you want to have a baby on New Year's Day then?
Right. Global contest, 1999, British TV show featured families looking to bring home the first baby of the new century. Some baby stores even sold $50 Millennium conception kits to help couples aim for the perfect date.
Right. Again, pre most of the internet.
Yes. Yep. Larger cities with several hospitals often have several New Year's babies with no clear winner, and it's nearly impossible to determine a national first baby. The odds of having a baby within the first minute of the ball drop is close to that of being struck by lightning, which is less than 1 in a million chance.
I'll bet. Wow.
How do you like that? I did some homework and I feel good about it.
Yeah, that's an all-time fast fact. Great way to ring in the new year, bud.
I concur. All right.
I'm concurrent.
All right, so should we get down into the dirty stuff here? That seemed weird. No, you know what I mean. Get our hands dirty with the movie.
Let's fuck this movie. That's what you're meant to say, right?
Exactly. That's what I meant to say. I don't know. Starts pretty. We get the
brothers.
The brothers. What
locked up in that water tower.
Trapped forever. They got a crazy Mighty Morphin logo that turns into the New Line Cinema logo. I've never seen that before.
Didn't notice.
Jesus.
I was like, I see Warner Brothers. I see New Line Cinema.
It was literally the first 2 seconds of this movie.
Yeah, wasn't paying attention.
Okay, let's just pack it up. What are we here for? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we even doing this? Details.
I was gonna say something quippy, but I can't. So
that's all right. I'm gonna move past it. All right, so that happens, and then and I'm gonna say this now for the listeners here. And we said this before, right? You're following 9 or 10 different characters, right? So it's super choppy. It's kind of all over the place, right? There is no story here. It's just things happening in New York City.
That's right. There's like a handful of times I think that we'll say throughout this movie probably where it's like montage of stuff and like just don't expect to hear any details. like it's it's not, we're not talking Kissing Booth here where most of the movie is montage. There's only a few montages here, but just imagine like just holidays New York. You can think about it.
That's it. On top of that, this movie's 2 hours long. Why?
It didn't have to be.
It's cut an entire. You can cut an entire thread out, right? Or just don't do this. Just don't do it.
Yeah, cut out the whole porno scene.
Yep. Right. Cut that all out. Oh wait, wrong movie. Same movie.
Yeah.
All right. So the opening shot. It's just shots of New York. New York is a character in this movie.
That's right.
Unfortunately, and there's just shots of New York City, and then there's voiceover from. Is that Sarah Jessica Parker's character doing voiceover? Maybe.
I don't know. I figured.
Yeah, it starts.
Or it might be. It might be Claire. It might be.
Katherine Heigl. No, you're right. It is. You're right. It is. So it starts with voiceover and it ends with voiceover, and I'm like, who are they talking? Are they just talking to us? And like, why?
Yep.
It's like why?
Because this movie they wanted it to be meaningful, and it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to jam it in really.
Yeah.
Hard.
So there's like quick shots of like ice skating over Rockefeller Center there. There's horse carriages, shit like that. Just New York holiday stuff. And then we get the title card, New Year's Eve, right? Mm-hmm. We get more shots of New York. Ryan Seacrest, he's kind of doing a teaser tag for New Year's Eve, right? New Year's Eve's coming, right?
Can we just call him Seacrest?
Yeah, we could do that. Seacrest?
Yeah, fuck that guy. And he's basically just like, I'll be here all day on the radio and all night on your TV. I don't want you for any of this.
So there's a lot of misdirection they do in this movie too.
You think Seacrest is going to be a character? I know.
Yeah, he's not. So Swank shows up. That's Hillary. She shows up. Her character's name's Claire, but I think we're just going to do the actor's name so we know we can keep track of them, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, so I thought we just said it was Katherine Heigl.
No, the voiceover is Katherine Heigl in the very beginning. I'm moving on.
I thought it was Claire.
Oh, maybe it was. Sorry. Maybe it was. I don't know. It's one of them.
I don't see. This is where like I don't know any actors' names, so I'm using the characters' names.
Oh, gotcha.
This is the problem. So Claire is
Hillary Swank.
Hillary Swank,
correct.
And Katherine Heigl is
Laura. I think her name is maybe
Laura. Okay.
Laura. She plays the Bon Jovi storyline. She's the chef.
Right, and I didn't know her character name or actor name the whole movie.
Oh, okay. This will be fun then. Either way.
She was what's her face in my notes. Whenever you see what's her face, that's
okay. Okay. So either way, one of them does some voiceover in the opening about hope and New Year's and stuff like this, right? So then we get to
after a good start.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, moving along. So we get the Seacrest. And then Hillary Swank's character, Claire, shows up and she's in charge of basically making New Year's Eve happen, right?
Yeah, which it sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, she's a VP of Times Square Alliance.
Not up for it.
No, thank you.
That sounds stressful.
Yep, she does a quick interview. It's radio, not TV. You know,
the mic guy is very funny. Did you watch the key in on the mic guy just sitting there dead?
He just looked like my life sucks. I hate my life.
Love it.
So that's a quick thing. So we get her introduced, and we could do a quick cut to the bus shot from the trailer.
So did I miss something? Because the way I watched the scene is woman gets off a bus and falls into a pile of trash.
Okay. Yeah? So you're not far off, but in between that, she gets off a bus. She's on a corner and she's about to cross the street and she steps out too soon because she's not paying fucking attention.
Gotcha. So she does almost die in that scene.
Yes.
which they referenced later, and I was confused.
Yeah, so she almost gets hit by a car. It's hilarious too, because then she's just like, whoa, big trash pile.
And it's wicked funny.
It's hilarious.
I caught that part.
Yeah. And people are trying to help her up, and she's like, leave me alone. And then she gets up and she walks right past our Zac Efron, right? Yep. Who is a bike messenger. And friend of the pod. He's a bike messenger, and he just flirts with every woman that he walks by, right? Ladies' man.
Not just every woman, but like every person. Like he's just like one of those like obnoxious people that just likes to talk to strangers.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. From Zac Efron specifically. Zac Efron, maybe my favorite character in this movie.
I think I agree with that.
Right? Like he's just having a good time, having a ball.
Okay.
Something copyrighted about that, probably.
Yeah, we can't do any more of that. All right, so then we're in the hospital. These are like quick scenes here. We're just chopping right through to get all these characters. And we meet Seth Meyers and Jessica Biel's characters, right? And they're chatting.
Well, First, we meet these like rando strangers that are like, "Oh, I can't wait till we win that 25 G's from the hospital." Yes. And Jessica Biel's like, "What?"
That's Sarah Paulson
an option?
It's Sarah Paulson and Till Schweiger,
right? Who I didn't recognize as anyone that I know.
Till is, as we talked about in Trailer Trash, is the guy from the basement of Inglourious Bastards.
Right, that's right. And so her husband
Till
Schweiger is basically like, "Oh well, honey, it's less than that. It's I don't know what accent I'm doing at this point, but
he's like, it should be German, but that doesn't sound German to me.
Das taxes and the government takes all your money
and taxes and government and
right.
Yeah.
And so he's trying to clearly dissuade the rest of the waiting room here, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And basically, his wife, who you said Sarah Paulson, is the person I should know, maybe.
Yeah, she's in something.
Okay, and she's like, "Yeah, you could put the camera in my hoo-ha for 25 G's. Let's go, baby." Which I appreciate. Yeah, and that's when we get introduced to Jessica Biel, and she's like, "Oh wait, I want to be competitive. I also want to sell babies for money. Let's make the tall man."
Right. Let's do that. Let's abduct them and then sell them.
That's right.
To the highest bidder. And then we cut to an apartment building. We got the Kutch, right? He's a cool guy artist, right? Gets a call from his buddy Paul, who is
Zac Efron.
See, it's all coming together already. They chat. We learn that Kutcher hates New Year's Eve. We learn that Paul's his best friend. You know how many times I call Jared and we're on the phone? I'm like, "Hey man, it's your best friend, Russ here."
Literally never. I don't think we've ever had a phone call. I think I called you once and you were like, "Is it some kind of emergency? Are you dying?" Yes. I was like, "Maybe." TBD.
That is the only time. If anyone calls me, I'm like, it must be an emergency.
Mm-hmm. But by the way, Ashton Kutcher's name is Randy, which...
What? Is it really?
Yep. Which, as we all know, is a hilarious name. Right up there with Keith. Things to not name your kids.
Yeah, Randy and Keith.
Randy. Yeah. I can't hate on Zac Efron's name because Paul was almost my name. Fast fact for the listeners here.
Behind the scenes fast fact.
Yeah, my parents were between Paul and Jared.
Huh. There you go.
Wanted to go less common. So,
Jared.
I bet there'll be a future jewelry store named after him.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
And a subway child rapist.
Oh man.
Although he was born before me. So.
Not like he did that in the subway. The guy from Subway.
That's right. Eat fresh.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. That seems. All right. So so we learned that Zac Efron and Randy Kutcher, Randy Kutcher and Paul Efron, they're buddies. And Paul is like, "Man, I want to go out and do something epic. Let's do something epic, right?"
I wish you didn't hate New Year's so much, buddy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's like very obvious. Like they just say exactly what the plot of the movie is.
Yes. It's like, I think we can get a sense of he doesn't like New Year's Eve. Like,
right. By the fact that he's meanwhile tearing down all of the decorations in the hallway. Like, "I'm not being crazy." Oh, okay.
Okay. No,
Crazy man says what?
Yeah. Oh my God. So then we are, do we go to a church now? I think.
No, you're right. It's the
Yeah.
church because it's
Okay.
Rory and Trish. I meant to put an enter.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
After
So
the
we're,
crap. So Ashton Kutcher, to really underscore the fact that he hates New Year's, swaps out the Happy New Year's banner with a couple of letter changes to make it a crappy New Year's banner.
you Randy.
So fucking funny.
Don't be so Randy. Right?
Yeah.
So
Being such a Randy.
right? Being such a Randy.
I hate it.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. And then we go to the church. We're like, you may now give some kisses to the missus.
Oh my God.
Which I also hate. We're just going from me being angry to also being angry.
I wish I had said that when I married you guys. You may not.
I wish you didn't. I'm glad you didn't.
You may give kisses to the missus.
Yeah, it did like a weird accent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
I
can't just say it like right. I can't be like, yeah. Now you may give kiss. No, it's gonna be like, now you may give kisses.
I'll be an Italian guy.
Yeah, give it a kisses to the missus.
Like, oh shit, what's the?
It's a me and Mario.
What's that movie we watched in Ireland?
Fucking movie you watched in Ireland.
Remember with the Italian couple? Yeah. With what's his face and what's her face?
Yeah. The rom-com.
She goes,
Amy Adams.
Leap year.
Oh man, leap year.
And like I could totally see the Italian couple there being like, and now kisses the missus.
That did not happen.
God. Oh no! Now I'm referencing movies that we've watched, like they're movies I care about. This is a nightmare.
They're all our babies. They're all our children now. You know. So.
Oh God, we used to make good movie references. Now I'll be like, remember like that time in Lava Antula when
the lava and the Antula showed up. Oh yeah. Thanks, man.
Like that time in the Lava Antula when the cast of Police Academy does a funny thing.
Just as long as we don't take it out to like our regular lives, you know. Otherwise,
that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about.
What the fuck are you talking about right now?
Right.
What the fuck's a Lava Antula?
Oh, this is exactly like that time in Contra, guys. No.
Oh my God. I haven't partied like this since Killing on Sorority Row. Or what was that movie called?
Haunting on Fraternity or Sorority Row. You're right.
Was it Sorority Row? I don't know.
Haunting on Sorority Row.
Oh my God. Oof.
Wait, no, maybe it was Fraternity Row.
I think it was Fraternity Row. Whatever. Can't even
Listeners,
remember.
let us know. Do you remember 100 episodes ago? About?
We sure fucking don't. All right, so we got new kids on the block getting married. Duhamel shows up. He's his buddy, right? Empty church. Like, well, we want to save some money for the again, whatever. It's like, why does this matter? Why does it matter you're poor?
I don't care. I don't care about any of this.
Don't care that you're poor. Like, what is this?
Yeah. So and Duhamel's like, I have to go to work. I can't be here.
Yeah.
Like, what? But you're here right now.
Yeah, it's a wedding in Connecticut, by the way. I don't know where, but wedding in Connecticut. So
home turf for you.
For me, yeah, my home turf there. Then we learned that he's kind of a ladies' dude, right? And he met someone last year, and will he meet her again, type of thing on New Year's, right?
Yep.
So we learn his thread.
Yeah, and we learn the thread of everyone wanting him to find a partner. Like, there's someone out there for you too, buddy. You got this. Like,
I hate the idea that the whole reason they put him in Connecticut and strand him there is just so he can get the ride with the pastor and the family, so he can talk about his storyline. Yeah, like he literally does nothing in this movie. He sits in an RV and then
that's right,
sits on a sidewalk.
It's the most forced plot of all time.
It's so brutal. It's so bad.
Yeah, but also like I don't know. Personally, I just hate the idea of there's someone out there for you too, buddy. Like, if you're just like, if you're bumming around and single and having a good time in your 40s, 50s, 60s, who cares? Like, fuck it, nice work.
Yeah,
like there's everyone out there for you too, buddy. Don't
Absolutely.
forget.
Yeah, right. There's 8 billion people on this planet. Come on.
That's right. Yeah, fuck them all. If you can, got to catch them all.
Legally, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Consent
and laws and shit like that.
Yeah. Right. If you can seduce them, then and go for it.
Oh man! All right, so we learned his storyline. Now we're jumping to what is this? The fourth storyline now,
right? Katherine Heigl / what's her face?
Yes, Sophia and Russell Peters there, right? And she's just planning stuff. We get the scene from the trailer. She's like, "There's gonna be more celebrities here than rehab," and then we start learning that she is doing the chefing for the gala that Duhamel is going to. It's the
that Bon Jovi is playing at.
Yes, and it's all tied together by was it Ahern Records? Like that's the. Ahern Records, yeah. So we get that quick moment, and then Sophia Vergara and Russell Peters doing bus jokes or something. I don't.
Well, and a classic bouncy for Sophia Vergara. You can't have a Sophia Vergara in a movie and not do a bouncy.
Can't. I think it's probably in her contract. Right?
It's in her contract. So I think it's in her contract.
Blah. And then we're on the tour bus, and we got John's Bon Jovi's. He's doing picking some strings.
Yeah, she's playing a little casual guitar on the bus. They call him Jensen in the movie, which
just doesn't fit.
Just call him Bon Jovi. Who cares? right? Like, I'm playing this like mythical rock star. Oh, sick. Just be Bon Jovi, like you are already.
And Jensen? What is that? That's dumb.
Not a rock star name.
No, it sounds like a video game character.
They're like, oh, it starts with J, so that's like John.
Oh, yeah. They could have gone Jensen Von Jovi or something.
They could have done almost anything that would have been better. Yeah.
Jensen John Bovey or something, Yeah.
And then we get a nice throwaway. Sophia Vergara doing a lot of like fangirling here, and she's like, "Do you think he'll sign my banana?" And you're like, "What?"
Why would you say that? Yeah. So then we're in the kitchen, right? And we got Heigl. She's just bossing people around. And then we learn that Bon Jovi and Laura here, Heigl's character, they've had a past, right? And he's trying to say hi, and she slaps him, and that's it.
Yeah, I ignored most of that.
Yeah, it was just, man.
And then back to our hero, Zac Efron.
Who's at the Ahern Records office where Michelle Pfeiffer's character Ingrid works, and he's dropping off a package from Michelle Pfeiffer, and he's like, "I've been delivering this stuff for you for the past year, and this is the first time you've looked up and seen me."
Yeah, she's like, "It's one of my New Year's resolutions is to make more eye contact with people."
Yeah,
which I appreciate.
That's good. I like that. And then this is where we learn about the tickets to the party, the big after party, which is just the Ahern Records, after party, right?
And Zac Efron will not stop talking about it.
No, he's obsessed.
Mm-hmm. It's like Facebook, but real. And you're like, what?
No,
okay.
So it's shitty.
Yeah, and he's like about to say I'd give my left nut to go, but like apparently they can't say that in this movie.
I mean, it's funnier that she cut him off, I guess.
Is it?
No, not at all. All right, so then we're in a coffee shop.
Yep, Abigail Breslin's there.
Yep, and Thais actually, we were in our text thread. She texted us, and I agreed with her. She is in like, for some reason, she's like got like a ton of makeup on. I don't know why they did that. It was very strange because when she texted me, I was like, it doesn't even look like her. It doesn't look like Abigail Breslin at
weird.
all. Yeah,
I don't know what she looks like.
She looks like that, but with less makeup on.
Oh, okay.
So in a coffee shop, and we got the cool boys, Seth, Justin T. Austin, whatever his name is.
Yeah, she's gonna kiss Seth Meyers tonight. That's how those storylines tie together.
Yep. Who knows? Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Well, her friends are like, "Do you know how to kiss? Like, we have YouTube videos." And she's like, "What? Of course I know how to kiss, you clowns."
Come on. And she's just not sure if she's gonna get there or whatever, right?
And they're like, they transition into like, "But what about your mom, though?" Cut to Sarah Jessica Parker.
All right, so then, we're Sarah Jessica Parker. She's doing a fitting for one of the performers about to go on stage or something, and we learn she's boring and she doesn't want to do anything tonight. And she's gonna stay home, right?
Basically, yeah. She's doing. I thought she was doing the show for the ball lady, which I called Hillary Swank ball lady.
Okay,
and I know it's for the whole time. So
okay, all right, that's good to know. Hey, good safety tips. Good.
Katherine Heigl, what's her face, and Hillary Swank, ball lady.
Ball lady. Okay. Hey, good to get these out of the way right off the bat, so I can be ready for them. That's good.
That's right.
Okay.
My bad.
All right. So then we get that, and then we're on to
Quick cut in the car with Josh Duhamel.
Yeah. This is so annoying. He's being an absolute idiot trying to get directions to New York. This is 2011 with a shitty GPS that he can't do.
Take me to New York.
Yeah, and then he's like punching in. It's like New Haven, New Brunswick, and there are a lot of news in Connecticut, but
like New Dork.
And he's like any idiot. He's just like fumbling with his GPS while he's driving. He crashes his car into a sign.
That's right. It's funny. And then we just cut to Ball Lady.
Yep, and then we're back to the swank office, Ball Lady.
Claire. I did call her Claire eventually, but I think Ball Lady at first.
So she's chatting with Ludacris there, and I think they're like all these threads have like they all got a big twist. I can't. That's giving it too much credit. They've all got like a little bit of a twist to them, right? And this one, I thought that he was her boyfriend, right? That's how they kind of felt like they let it on.
I don't know. I thought it was like a friend also, but like I know what you mean. It definitely could go either way. But also I was thinking about it and I was like, why is Ludacris playing a cop? Because all cops are bastards, and therefore is Ludacris bastards? Maybe.
I don't know.
I didn't know. It seems out of place. I don't care for it.
Hey, he's got to eat too. So
he's got to eat too. You like could not insist on not being a cop. Like there's so many other roles that he could have been in this movie. Like his all right, listeners, I cannot understate for you enough how little of a role Ludacris plays in this movie. He's in it for all of 5 minutes. He could have been another person on the board with Hilary Swank.
Yep.
Easy enough.
Done.
First answer. Could have been Hilary Swank's assistant. Second easy answer.
Boom. Done.
Could have been random coworker in the building. Third answer. Done.
Boom. Done.
So many options. And instead they were like, no, he's the cop on duty, of course. While like the NYPD has something to do because like propaganda, and we're trying to make a movie here. And the NYPD gave us $5 million towards our $26 million budget. So we have to at least give them a little bit of show.
You're going I like it. You're going all in.
Are you not? Like that? Obviously, like you don't think as soon as they say NYPD in a movie, the NYPD like Department of Public Relations is all over it.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Get in on that.
They gave them cash to be like, no, make the NYPD seem cool. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll make Ludacris the cop.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't fit. Yeah. I agree, but I don't care.
Ludacris is bastards now.
And we complain about some confetti. Same stuff from the trailer, and that's it. So,
hate it.
Yep.
Back to Bon Jovi.
Yeah, so we're back at the Brooklyn Museum because that's where this takes place, right?
Which I don't think I put it together the whole movie that they were at the Brooklyn Museum and also Times Square. There's a lot of like weird, and space-time continuum things.
There definitely is because he sings a
He's
song.
in both places at once.
Yes, he sings Times Square and then he shows up in Brooklyn Museum, which by the way, that's like an hour car ride. That's like a 45-minute car ride.
But he's Bon Jovi. It's probably a 10-minute helicopter ride.
You think Jensen can afford a helicopter ride across town?
I mean, Jensen seems like Bon Jovi, so yes.
Same teeth, same songs. Yeah, I think it's just Bon Jovi.
Yes, it seems like it's the same guy. They just called him Jensen. Bon Jovi's like, no. Don't make it me.
Don't make it me.
Don't make it me, though.
Yeah, but you're basically playing you.
Cut that. That's Bon Jovi said.
Yeah. All right, so he's apologizing, trying to make up with Katherine Heigl's character there, and she's pissed with him. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. If
she slapped him once. She's gonna slap him again. Sofia Vergara's like, it's from the trailer. Read the whole thing of like, oh, like I also like moving around. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But that's the only setup here that's important is Bon Jovi left Katherine Heigl.
Yes, we learned that. That's the key thing, right?
That's the only thing. Yeah.
So
cut back to Ingrid.
Yeah, we're in Ahern Records, Ahern Records now, right? And
who is Michelle Pfeiffer, right?
Yes, it's Michelle Pfeiffer, and she's talking with her boss, now friend of the pod, John Lithgow.
That's right. I love John Lithgow.
I do too. Can't go wrong with John Lithgow. And she's like, hey, hoping I get that sweet bonus. It's also New Year's Eve. Why are you making me work? Blah, blah, blah. And
he's like, because it's your job. Which I kind of appreciate. It's like, oh, why are you making me work? It's like, well, because did you take today off?
Yeah. It's like, what do you think this is? Like, come on.
Yeah. Like, Like listeners, a little BTS for you. I know we did a lot of very good time work at the beginning of the episode, where it didn't seem like we were out of time. But I'm going to do it right now. Yeah, right now it's the week before New Year's. So
oh my God! Look at
I
that.
know, right? And it's crazy. I'm working right now. Eric's not listening. No, it's like 6 o'clock now. But like,
I'm going to send him this episode.
When we started recording, I was technically working. And if I went to my boss and said, "Oh, like, why am I working today?" He would have been like, "Because you didn't ask for it off." Right? Like,
the logic's
you work
there.
on New Year's Eve.
You know,
the logic's there.
If the logic shoe fits, you know, you got to wear it.
It's a classic Elliot question. Like, "Oh, do we have New Year's Eve off?" You're like, "No, we have New Year's Day off. So why would we have New Year's Eve off?"
Yeah.
Unless you took it off.
Unless you take it off.
Yeah.
You don't do anything until 7 o'clock.
Don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you don't do anything until 7 o'clock at night anyways. So get back to work.
Exactly. That's right.
All right. So the Lithgow, he's like, "Oh yeah, bonus," and he writes her a check for nothing. And she's like, "Oh, I planned a 2-week vacation," and he's like, "Nah, 1 week," and she's like,
"Wish we knew the amount that he wrote on the check."
Oh, I know.
He's like, "Well," he's like, "You might be able to get to Staten Island." I love it. You might be able to get to Staten Island. Love it.
I also love how there's like this random weird thread in the background about her and Records and how they're financially not doing very well.
Yeah.
Like, why is that?
Like, well, it's 2011. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The writing's on the wall.
And then they're throwing this like really lavish party, New Year's Eve party. Like, I wonder where all our money went.
Yeah, marketing.
Yep.
Yeah. And I love, she goes, "All right, well, I'll take my 2 weeks and my stapler and I quit."
And I'm out.
I thought you were going to fast back me that like that's a reference to Office Space or something.
No.
And I would have laughed at that.
No. I think no, it's not.
You're just like, "I'll just take my 2 weeks and my stapler." And you're like, that's incredibly specific.
Yeah. Did you buy that stapler with your own money? Like, you can't just,
right?
Now you're stealing.
You can't just
now you're actually stealing. That's stealing
company property. Right.
Yeah.
And then she references almost dying today, which I was like, my notes are like, wait, when she fell in the trash?
Yeah, she almost
How did she almost die today?
Right. Yeah, she wasn't paying attention like a dummy. So it's just like, pay attention. Yeah. So.
But he's playing Angry Birds, John Lithgow, which is funny. Also
Classic.
a good dated reference. And then we cut back to
kitchen.
Katherine Heigl. Yeah.
Yep. And she's just throwing food. I don't know what's going on here.
She's egging Bon Jovi's face, which is funny.
Okay. I missed that. I guess I missed that.
And Sofia Vergara is like, "Wait, you fucked that guy? What are you complaining about?" She's like, "Your life sounds amazing." Mm-hmm. So I would totally fuck that guy. And she's like, "I'm Katherine Heigl." And Sofia Vergara is like, "Are you serious right now?" It's very ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And then we got to the hospital. I think this is this the first intro of this thread, right?
This is the storyline. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Robert De Niro here and Carrie Elwes.
Despero from SAG.
Yep. And De Niro's dying. We got the old dying here. He's dying.
He's like, "Let me see the ball," and they're like, "Bro,
No.
you're living on borrowed time."
Yeah.
And he's
can't.
like, "I heard you say that earlier. I'm dying. I'm not deaf," which was a funny line.
That was funny. Yeah.
And the doctor's like, "You sure we can't notify any of your relatives?" And he's like, "I'm as alone as she comes."
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Yikes.
Smell ya.
So he wants to go see the ball drop, and Doc's like, "No, not having it." He wants to go up to the roof and see it, right? And then Halle Berry, we learn she's a nurse here, and then we learn that he's not going to make it the night, and then
he really wants to get on the roof. We also get that set up here.
That's
like, I don't want to watch the ball on TV. I want to watch it on the roof,
right? As
is tradition.
So there's a lot of midnight meetup moments happening here, which is going to spin into some quote unquote twists of each character and where they're going, right?
Right. And the doctor conversation with the nurses is also wicked ruthless. Like, he's like, "Hey, there's definitely no time for hospice. It's doubtful he'll make it till tomorrow."
Yeah.
Well, good sign.
Yeah, this fucker's gone, man.
Yeah. Poor Robert De Niro. He never saw it coming.
No. All right, and then we're back with the Kutch here. He's being a grump, right? And he's tearing down
I hate text messages from my friends wishing me a happy New Year's. They don't even mean it. Brr.
Fucking Randy, dude. Shut up.
Randy. And then he's like walking out while he's, leaving a weird, angry voicemail for someone that we don't care about.
Yeah, I don't know who, right? Do we know who?
And he's like taking out the trash. I thought he was taking out the trash, but instead it's the decorations.
It's decorations, right?
All of the other decorations that everyone else loved. And he gets in the elevator, and one of his neighbors is like, hey, wait, hold that door. And he's like, no. Pushing that door closed. But listeners, you can't see it. I'm pushing a door closed. He's
pushing it. Yeah, door closed button. Yeah.
And she's like, wait. And she gets in the elevator anyway. And then, plot twist, the elevator breaks.
She's all freaking out. He's not. He's just kind of like, whatever.
I got nowhere to be. Who cares? There's no reception apparently in the elevater.
She's a new girl.
Right. The bitch in apartment 23.
Do we need to have a cell phone check here on this movie? 2011. Cell yeah, cell check. 2011. He had a BlackBerry. Sarah Jessica Parker. That definitely is. Sarah Jessica Parker had a flip phone. And
that's legit too. I think that's legit.
2011 still, yeah.
I mean, I got my first smartphone in 2010.
I think I got mine in 2009. So yeah, okay, that checks out.
I think that's fine. I think 2011 is acceptable when you're being known as a behind the times mom. I think it's acceptable to have. Like, I don't think I got my parents a smartphone until probably like 2015.
Yeah,
it's like, what are they doing? They don't need smartphones.
No, wait, come on.
Right?
Yeah.
It just confuses them.
And it actually makes my mom. and it makes more work for you because then all of a sudden you become tech support and you're like, oh, my settings on my phone are blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh boy,
so many hours.
Oh my god, you hit the volume button 5 times in a row. Oh boy.
I know you gave me life, but come on.
But you're pissing me off.
This is too many hours. I'm not getting paid for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically the premise here is I got nowhere to be and she's going to be late for work. She's pissed about being late for work.
And she hasn't said what she does for work yet, but we'll learn because it all comes back together, right?
That's right.
And we already spoiled it in the whatchamacallit.
Yes, please.
All right, so then we leave the elevator and we hop to the hospital, which if you haven't figured this out, I'm just going to say it's the same hospital that De Niro's dying in, that the babies are being born.
It's the same hospital?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I know. Isn't that crazy? That happened to be
I had no idea.
I don't know. How many hospitals are in New York? 1,000?
There's probably at least 2 hospitals in New York.
At least, right?
One would assume.
And they're right across the street.
There's no way to know for sure.
Yeah, they're right across the street from each other, too.
That's right. The hospital district, famously.
Yeah, there's a whole area of hospital. All right, so now we're back to Biel baby, right? In the hospital. Yep. And we got another cameo. Carla Gugino. Mm-hmm. She plays a doctor who I know you don't recognize. She shows up. Mm-hmm. She's delivering babies. No, well, not yet. And then we get Biel and Myers here. Biel and Myers. Sounds like either like a law firm or like an ice cream. Biel and Myers.
Yeah, it's more like an ice cream place.
All right, so they're trying to convince the doctor, like, hey, get that baby out around midnight because we want that $25K, you know?
Yeah.
And
no.
What? She's like, no, shut up, stop that.
They're like, wait, but what if we split it 70-30?
Yeah, she's like, no, shut up, stop it.
Excuse me?
All right, so then we're at the train station. What are those 2 train stations? Grand Central, and then what's the other one? Pennsylvania Avenue.
Penn
Station.
Penn and Teller Station, I believe.
The Penn and Teller Station. I think it's Grand. It doesn't matter. So we're at the train station. Scene from the trailer. The Breezelin there. She's trying to convince mom, Sarah Jessica Parker, she wants to stay in Times Square. She wants to go make out with boys. She does the whole lifting her shirt up, training bra. Mom's like, it's not. Girls Gone Wild. And it's a big world. And the Breeze is like, it's a big world and I want to live in it like you used to. Burn.
Sick burn.
Yeah, there is some random guy who walks right between them. That had to been some cameo. I couldn't recognize who it was.
Yeah, because she's like, Mom, you're like scared of everything. Like in New York City, like is it just New York City that you're afraid of? Like it's not that bad. And the guy's like, you ever been to Newark?
But literally the guy walks right between the two of them talking. He's like, you ever been to Newark? And I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a good Jersey joke, right? Shit on Jersey. Yeah. They can't pump their own gas. Newark, come on.
Yeah, Newark stinks.
Ugh, gross. All right, so then we're back in Times Square. We're the ball lady, Swank. Mm-hmm. She's afraid of heights. Mm-hmm. Everyone makes fun of that, which is, fun of people who have a fear of heights. That's fun. That's great. That's good. Really nice. And then she dishes out a fast fact about the first ball, which was made out of wood and metal, wood and iron. I was like, isn't everything made out of wood and iron?
She gets up to the top. I was going to make a joke about how the security guy picks her up and carries her up the stairs because she's afraid of heights, which is kind of funny.
Yes, that is pretty funny.
And comes back again later. But yeah, then she talks about the ball being wood, which I don't know. I didn't check that out.
It's nautical inspiration. So we're going to do a little mid fast fact here. Times Square ball began thanks to Ukrainian immigrant and metalworker named Jacob Starr and the former New York Times publisher Adolf Ochs.
Weird.
The latter had successfully drawn crowds in newspapers' new skyscraper home in Times Square through pyrotechnics and fireworks to celebrate the forthcoming year, but city officials banned explosives from being used just after a few years. 1907, Ochs there commissioned Starr, who worked for sign-making firm Strauss Signs, to create a new visual display. Yeah, nautical devices that had gained popular in the 19th century. As time-telling became more precise, ship navigators needed a standardized way to set their chronometers. Each day, harbors and observatories would raise and lower a metal ball at the same time to allow sailors to synchronize their instruments. Look at that.
Huge if true.
That's cool. So there you go. It's all nautical. It all comes down, you know what? It all comes down to the sea. All right, so the Swank is afraid of heights. She gets carried up by a cop. That's cool. We get some fast facts about the first ball. We got a big Philips light bulb ad there. She does a press conference about the ball going up and going down. This is how it works.
Everyone claps.
Boom, boom, boom. We're back in CT, hanging with the Duhamel, right?
Yep.
Chatting with the tow truck driver. That's the Larry Miller there. He's the dad from 10 Things I Hate About You, if you remember that movie.
Yeah, I like that guy. He's funny.
He is funny.
Wait, is he the guy in Anchorman? Who's that guy who I think he is also like? I'm thinking.
I can't remember his name. David Koechner?
That's right. David Koechner, yeah.
Koechner, yeah. Yeah, maybe I can kind of see that, but.
It's not him.
No, it's not him.
Oh, okay. Had me fooled.
Jesus Christ. All right, so we're moving on. So, Duhamel's like talking to tow truck driver there, whatever, and he's like, hey, I need my car because I got a big speech in my company tonight. If you haven't figured out who the company is, he works for, is the son of...
Brake pads.
Yeah, brake pads. It's all about brake pads.
It's like it's
another
classic brake pads.
He's got a big speech at his company night down in the city. And then that's it, right? And then we jump to...
Well, yeah, they make, I don't know, like that guy was funny. He like made a joke about him being dressed like Penn and Teller, which I appreciate. And he just ended that scene with like, well, me and my girl are going to crush a 12-pack of wash porn. I was like, that's pretty funny. Like he had the only funny lines in the movie.
Yes.
That's what, like, it also makes perfect sense for it to be that guy who I thought it was, because like
he would. Yeah, I could picture him saying that, like, I'm just gonna go back and me and my girl are gonna crush a 12-pack and whammy, watch some porn. And then we're outside Ahern Records here. If you haven't figured out, big speech, the company, it's gonna be Ahern Records, but that's a little visual setup for you. All right, Ingrid, who is Michelle Pfeiffer, she hires Zac Efron to help her complete her resolutions right here, right?
She says she bought him for a day, which I think is problematic.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but I'm too intrigued to be offended.
Yes.
Which I appreciate. Which I also probably would do the same. I'm like, go on.
I mean, you've paid.
And she's like, well, I quit my job and I need to do the rest of my resolutions by midnight, and then you can have tickets to the cool party.
Yeah, and I was like, immediately, yeah, her resolution list is a little ridiculous, but hey, you know.
Well, yeah, he looked at it and he's like, these are physically impossible, and she's like, well, just use your imagination. And then he goes, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Classic.
Oh, come on, right?
Classic line, yeah.
Classic. Yeah, and her bucket list, her resolution list, much like the bucket list from Kissing Booth 3.
Not to be confused with the movie The Bucket List.
The Bucket List with Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. And just so you know, listeners, Michelle Pfeiffer's character, she's kind of like, what's the word? Wallflower? Weird.
In the mud.
Stick in the mud. Boring.
Classic Hermione Granger.
Yeah, a little weird. you know? Something's a little off with her. And they take off on his scooter, and she's sitting like an idiot on it thing. I don't know how she sits like that. I don't know how you could drive with her sitting like that. Like, that throws off the balance. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, Zac Efron doing an outstanding job driving.
I mean, would you expect anything less from Jack? Yeah. Come on.
No, I could never. Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, Zac Efron.
Heavy friend of the pod.
I think it's like Justin Bieber, and then right there, it might be Zac Efron.
I think he's the top of the people we haven't met. I agree.
Yes. This is we bring up that time we met Justin Bieber together.
That's right. I like to bring it up as often as possible. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Justin Bieber. If you want to be on the podcast, remember that time we bought you drinks at the Tam. And by that, I mean, you bought us
shots.
But we bought you friendship.
That's right. Lifetime of friendship.
That's right. For free.
So, yep. As long as you pay for the bill when we go out drinking.
That's right.
Yes. So, but it's free.
More Fireball?
More fire. Maybe he's grown up since then. All right, enough of that. So we're back at the Brooklyn Museum lobby, whatever the space is, hanging out. We get the Jovi talking to Sophia, and he's like, this is like wasteful scenes. And he's like, hey, I convinced you to have Laura take him back. And then 2 seconds later, he's talking to Spiel, and then she shows up in the background, Katherine Heigl, and she can hear everything he's saying. So it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Sofia Vergara has a lot of good lines in this scene, though, that are pretty funny. Like, she talks about how she wrote Spanish lyrics for some song for Bon Jovi, and he's like, no, I'm good, thanks. And then she has a whole other bit about in my country, which, like, I feel like this is exactly a Modern Family line.
Yeah.
Like, in my country, when a man gets down on one knee, he's either getting married or he got shot. And sometimes both. Nice. Classic Columbia bit.
Yeah. Gotta love it.
Yeah. And then it's a classic it's not what it looks like situation. Sofia Vergara's like, don't look into his eyes, they're too beautiful, and they agree to a truce.
And then we get a quick cut back to Zac Efron and Ingrid Michelle Pfeiffer knocking off bucket list items. I don't know what this was. They're just driving a boat taxi.
Well, they did Breakfast at Tiffany's, and then they did.
Oh yeah, right.
The bucket list item was take a taxi with no traffic. And so he was like, what if we just take a boat? There's no traffic in the
sea
harbor.
Yeah. That's stupid. Creative thinking.
But good idea, yeah.
Yeah. I think we were supposed to do some fast facts about Breakfast at Tiffany's. And Tiffany's.
Not interested.
Yeah, no. Tiffany Company. We're not going to do that now. Too late.
Right. We're going to do a whole thing. Yeah.
So now we're back to the Brooklyn Museum. We got the Jovies apologizing to the Heigls. He tries to get her back. He's ready to commit. She's not having it. The end, right?
Yep.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Nailed it.
Then we go to the elevator because we forgot about them. The Kutch still being just grumpy cat, you know? And
making Kanye references like when Kanye was cool.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, people go all Kanye on you at midnight and you're like, what? Be anti-Semitic piece of shit?
Yeah, which version of
what kind of Kanye? Yeah, what are you talking about here? What flavor are we talking here?
We talking 2011 Kanye? Or are we talking 2022 Kanye?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Cooch was thinking about college dropout Kanye back when times were good.
Yikes. So yeah, then the girl, do we even know her name other than Leah Michelle? Do we know her like character name?
No.
Like, did they even say it? I can't remember if they even said it.
Maybe, but TV.
Anyways, unclear. It doesn't matter. She's trying to lift his spirits and like that's not this point. This is when she's trying to escape and he's like reaches
he's
up
like
to
lift
the hatch.
Me up.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's like, lift me up to the hatch there, and he's like, this is what's going on here.
She's gonna try and use her nail file on it, which does not work. And this is when he's like, wait a second, you're a groupie for Jensen? And she's like, put me down.
Yeah.
So then we as the viewers are led to believe that she's a groupie for Jensen, but that's not the case.
Cuts to New York City streets, right?
Yep,
Sarah Jessica Parker. Yeah, and she now the breeze there is telling the Seth kid, the boy there, she wants to kiss. Like, hey, my mom's not gonna let me come down. Blah blah. Right. He's like, oh, I'm good with parents. I can convince her, and he does not do a good job. Sarah Jessica's like, not happening. It's not okay to leave unsupervised kids in New York City when they're 15, you know?
Honestly, I would have watched this movie. I would totally have watched a movie where it's entirely about their storyline. Sarah Jessica Parker is like this uptight mom. This kid is like a classic Noah Centineo character.
Oh my god!
Right, where he's like trying to Centineo.
Centineo.
Where they're like, you know, he's like, no, it's cool. I'm cool. We're all cool. I'm cool with moms, right? And she's like, oh no, like a teen movie. I would watch that in place of this any day. Yes. I'd watch It's Kissing Booth 4, right?
Yeah, sure. Take that, right? TQA 4.
1,000 times.
And then Sarah Jessica busts out her flip phone and threatens to call his mom. And he's like, no, you don't do that. She doesn't even have a phone.
Right.
Scene over. And then we're kind of montagey, I think, ish for a bit. New York City, we got, you know, shot of the water, shot of the city, whatever. Cue kind of some derpy pop song. And we got Ingrid, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Jack scooting around, right? Mm-hmm. And she's getting nervous. She's like, where are you taking me? Where are you taking me? And they go to some hidden spa because she wanted to go to Bali, and it's actually a spa called Bali Spa.
Right.
And then there's a scene of her getting a massage. Like, what is going...
Yeah, it takes so much time. Like, unnecessary amount of time.
Yeah, it's like, just make this 2 minutes.
Yeah. So then we cut back to Jessica Biel. She's at the hospital eating anchovies to try and induce labor, right?
Is that a thing?
No.
And
also she can't keep an anchovy down.
No.
Meanwhile, the other couple with Bill Schweiger is Till Schweiger. Till Schweiger is checking into the hospital. Seth Meyers has like a whole thing with him. And basically he's like, Till Schweiger shows that he is the most dedicated dad to the money here. And also runs a charm school, which is kind of funny, and gives him his business card. And it turns out neither of the women is actually ready to go into labor. And so the men agree to fight. And then Jessica Biel is like, oh, we're also going to fight.
It's on. Lady. It's on.
But he's like, no, don't fight pregnant people. And we're like, wait, you started it though. So I'm confused.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's frustrating. So then we cut back to Sarah Jessica Parker.
It's like there's it's just, fuck, man, this isn't good.
Punishing.
All right, so then we're at the Sarah Jessica Parker home.
Are we at the home, or I think we're at like a coffee shop, aren't we, or something?
I thought we cut from the hospital to their apartment, their home where they live. But maybe
it doesn't matter. I don't care where they are.
so basically, Breslин's being like a little brat, and she's basically just giving Sarah Jessica Parker, her mom, shit about like being single, being like,
"Don't be Piper's mom, who follows her around everywhere. She hides in the bushes to make sure her daughter really goes to school." And you're like, "Wait, what?"
Now, when that scene comes up, when we actually meet that mom and she's popular, I was like, "This is hilarious." I wish this was actually the entire movie.
Same. I would watch that movie in a heartbeat. Basically, Abigail Breslin's like, you need a man.
Yeah. And I'm over it, and I'm over you. Slam the door.
Oof, you hate to see it.
Burn. And then we're back at church. We're back in Connecticut with Duhamel here. Tow truck guy, Larry Miller, brings him to the church, and he's like, what are you bringing me here
James
for?
Bond, I need another signature on this.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty funny.
And he's like, yeah, well, the pastor is also the only other mechanic in town or something like that, right? Which is his cousin.
No, it's basically he's saying, I need a lift. And
that's what it was. That's what it was.
Can't help you. He's like, however, my cousin, the pastor, is driving to New York for another unrelated thing.
The pastor that married new kid in the block in the beginning. Well, that's why Duhamel's here. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So, and then I love his like closing line of that scene. The mechanic is like, I don't understand people with hair. You know, what? It's pretty funny. And then there's a weird throwaway about like how much gas we're talking about, because Josh Duhamel's like, well, I'll pay for your gas to New York. And he's like, how much gas are we talking here?
Well, the pastor's like, oh yeah, I'll throw in a bit for gas, and Duhamel's just like, I'll pay for all of it. I don't care. Like,
right, yeah.
I mean, he is a VP of a record label, so.
Yeah. So he basically a throwaway is like, what's your credit card limit? We'll pay for whatever gas it takes.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's all stupid. So then we cut to the hospital. We got De Niro dying here. We randomly learned that he was a photographer in Vietnam, and he's chatting with Halle Berry.
Vietnam? Like, I got nipples, Greg. It's a classic De Niro bit.
And I was like, what a random occupation to give him. Like it doesn't.
Nothing matters.
It doesn't matter.
And
Nothing matters.
Halle Berry's like, I can help. And he's like, don't help.
Okay. Die, you old curmudgeon, then. Alone. Fine.
Next scene.
Yeah. Like, Jesus. We're back at Sarah Jessica Parker home, and she's made some stuff, and she's going to check on the Breezeland there, and someone has flown the coop.
She's gone.
She took off. Birdie opened up that window and took off.
Yeah, and she complains about having custody of her daughter.
Yeah, breaking and escaping. Good old B&E.
That's what that stands for.
And then mom goes after her, and then this is a scene from the trailer. She hops on the Myrtle Avenue subway. I don't know why that was so important. They showed it twice.
Super important.
Don't care. And she just misses her, and she starts calling her on her flip phone, and she ain't answering, and it's just a whole thing. All right, so now we're in New York City, just right, and
we're back with Zac Efron.
Yeah, we're back with Jack, and they are at a animal adoption center, right?
Some kind of puppy mill, yeah.
puppy mill. Where also Jessica Biel steals puppies and delivers them here to have them then sold on the market.
To rich people, right?
Yeah, I mean that's it. That's what rich people want to pay for: children and dogs.
Been there, yeah. And they adopt a puppy. Him and Ingrid, which mostly Ingrid.
Yeah, it checks off the old save a life on the bucket list. So
yep, Mr. Snugglepuss.
And then we do a quick cut to them scooting around the globe thing and like travel around the world. Get it? Do you get it? Yep.
Yep, and the perfect stupid segue.
Yeah.
Into part 2.
I think you're right. Yeah, the way. Yeah, Mr. Snugglepuss. Yeah, that's right.
That's what they call me.
Yeah, I think that's it. So we'll find out in part 2, though, which will be, on Thursday. So part 2, right? So thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here for this. And part 2, Thursday. Be there. Do it. Listen. That's right. Download. Play it for your family or whatever. Anyways, or you can follow us on Instagram, where we are so active on the Instagrams. That's how you can find out all sorts of fun stuff, just like when a new episode comes out, pretty much.
Like a week later.
Yeah, like a week later. Yeah, I'm a little behind. So it's this meets that. And we're ITMT Pod on Twitter, where, you know what?
We're also very active.
Nothing happens there. But hey, if you engage us, we'll engage back. So
that's right.
How does that make you feel? Right. So
say something.
And then also important to this whole thing, subscribe.
And while you're subscribing, you can be reviewing, leave us 5 stars, maybe a nice comment. Or if you want to give us long form feedback, send us an email. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. You can write, I think there's nearly unlimited characters in email, as far as I know.
I think at this point, it's megabytes. We've gone past word count to size, like file size.
It could end up in spam, but I checked the spam, so it'll get to us if you send us an email to where I just said. Or if you forgot what I just said, go to the website. Where you can find our email and also other things like short biographies or links to our places where you can listen to us, or links to our social media, or hidden sneaky Easter eggs.
It's so fascinating.
Question mark? It's thismeetsthat.com, the website.